What's up, Eric? It is Thursday, September 19th, at roughly 10:30 p.m. I don't know if you can see it. There's a rocket ship behind me. I am about 1 minute walk from my house right now, and yes, at the end of my street there's a rocket ship. It's actually a fully functional rocket ship that they were going to send into space, and then they decided, hey, let's just build a space museum, and we'll just use the rocket that is cost us a lot of money, and we'll just put it up as well to look pretty. So, anyways, I'm walking down the street right now on my way home from work, talking to a camera, so that's exciting. There's not a lot of people, but yeah, she's looking at me strange. So, after watching your videos, I have a few things to say. One, what has happened to you, man? If I were your mother, I would, first of all, make you wash out your mouth with soap. After I did that, I would make you eat that whole pack of cigarettes, and then I would wash your mouth out with soap again because, well, you just ate a pack of cigarettes. That's disgusting. You curse like a, well, you curse like an MP, I guess. Yeah, that makes about sense. That makes about sense. Apparently, I've been in Russia too long. I'm forgetting English. So, anyways, I'm about to be passing Fontana Sepienko that I talked about. It's a big fountain. This is largely my neighborhood, so I'll show it to you here in just a second. Behind me that I was just coming from is the mall right across the street from where I live. So this is looking down Улица Ленинская. It's Lenin Street, basically. You can guess why. And then huge blocks of flats. It really doesn't look a lot different from America, to be completely honest. Of course, it is dark and you can't see everything. But, oh, this is one of my favorites. You see these lights hanging above the streets? All through the winter, they have these lights that run all along the roads that are white, blue, and red, the colors of the Russian flag, and it looks really cool. But I guess to save money, they just never take the lights down, and so all year long, there are lights hanging down the roads. And so this is the fountain right across the street here that I'm about to cross to, but it is obviously turned off because it's nighttime right now. So that being said, I'll show you some more of it here in just a second. But if this car doesn't hit me. So okay, here's the fountain now. Again, not very interesting at night. But it's actually quite lovely during the day. It has several tiers that it flows down, and I will show you later, but you can at least see the water. So, as to your idea about doing a tour up the West Coast instead of going on a honeymoon, I think it's really creative. I think it's an interesting idea. So I'm looking forward to hearing about your road trip honeymoon. That should certainly be interesting. And by the way, when you said it was on April 20th, it didn't even occur to me that it was on 420, so that was funny. By the way, it is raining. If any water gets on the lens, I hope it doesn't. Yeah, walking around in the rain, it's a light drizzle, not terrible. But as for your comments about worrying about editing later, I've decided to do the same. I've given up. I tried it once. It was atrocious, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So I'm down at the base of the fountain now. Again, it looks more interesting during the day, but you can tell that it is quite beautiful even in the dark. And then I told you it was right outside my window, and so I live right at the intersection. And right here in this block of flats. So I can't actually see the fountain because of all the trees, which you may or may not be able to see right now. But it's quite a lovely location. I'm really amazingly excited about it, and it will get better here shortly. Behind me now, right in front of the fountain, they are actually building a new metro station at the end of the line in the city center that will it goes from here down to the other end of this block where there's the McDonald's that I told you about. So it will end at the McDonald's. There will be a metro right outside, and they're right in front of my house. So I'm excited about that. Not that I spend a lot of time meeting at McDonald's, but the metro I got a flat that was, well, not inexpensive, but typically you have to pay a lot to have a house near the metro, and I had it before there was a metro, and then there will be later. But as for most things in Russia, whenever they decide to build something, it takes 20 years. They started building this metro several years ago, and it'll probably be at least 5 or 10 more years before they actually have the station built. I joke about it with my students about in America, when we decide to build something, the purpose is to build something. In Russia, when you decide to build something, the purpose is for people to have jobs. And so they show up every day and like just do a few hours of like not really actually work, because if it takes 10 years, then they have guaranteed work for 10 years. It makes sense, but also it takes a long time to get anything built. But I will be excited when that's done. That being said, what else I was going to tell you about? Oh, at our office, we have a chinchilla now. My boss, I love her to death. She has this like pet obsession, and I don't know where all these pets come from. I think like once every like few months, she's like, I need to buy an animal, and like goes browsing in pet shops. And so she brought a chinchilla in a few days ago, and we had to take it out so we could clean the cage for the first time. It's been 2 days ago now. I forgot about it in the last video, and so they didn't know where to put the chinchilla, and so they just dropped it on the floor. And so it like took off, of course, because it's been confined to this cage for so long, and it, of course, they couldn't find it again. And so they're like, "Hey, Cooper, we need some help," and they pulled me into the main area of the office, and they're like, "We can't find Princess," or her name's Princess, and I'll like, "So you want me to hunt a chinchilla?" This is my work now. I hunt chinchillas. So I found it, but like it has so much fur that like I grabbed it. I thought I grabbed it. I didn't grab it. It was much smaller than it appeared. So I grabbed it like 6 or 7 times, and so I'm wearing a suit and tie, and I'm running around chasing a small squirrel-like animal. So that was exciting. But I'll get this posted up tonight. It was really great to finally see your videos, and hoping to see another one. I guess tomorrow's your day. So I hope you have an excellent night, sir, and take care, man. Good to hear from you finally.